suppose I ought to get you guys in the frame, right? Little kiosk here. I forgot exactly what trail we're doing today. Great way to start a video, Travis. Great way to start a video. But anyway, there's a map of the park itself, and I always like to have paper maps for research purposes and when I want to come back. But today we are at Little Buffalo State Park, and we are outside of the what looks like Roger Fix Park and Office Visitor Center. It's a Saturday. They're closed. Looks like they could use some landscaping around here, but that's no bother to us. And I say us because it's not just me and you guys here today. Today, I'm joined by a very good friend and fellow content creator. And let's go over and see what she's doing. All right, here we are at one of the landmarks, the Bluebell Tavern and Museum. Or I should say the Blue Ball, not Bell. Learn to read, Travis. This is a museum. You can go in here and check things out. But I told you guys we had a special guest today. This is Lovey. This is the feral female. We've been chatting for quite some time on Facebook, and we got together at 2 meetups now. The first one I just seen you at. Yeah. Didn't bother to introduce myself.
That was Knoebels.
Yep. Yeah. Then the last one is at Penn Roosevelt. You've seen her very briefly. It's one thing I'm noticing in these collaborations, meetups and stuff. It's hard to film a lot, and you know,
and get to know somebody.
Yeah, and get to know somebody. That's why my video with Darcy was so short.
Yeah, I thought about that on my way up here. I'm like, yep, I get it, because every time I hike with someone that I haven't hiked with before, especially,
yep,
there's a little more talking and stuff because you want to get to know each other.
Yep. So again, we're doing the Little Buffalo State Park Trail, and I believe it's an easy trail, and we're just going to be following this, and we're going to check it out. So come along for the ride here. So a little info about the tavern here. Again, you can pause to read this.
Paper map and hold yourself down and try to look at stuff all at the same time. I'm not really sure what I need to.
Lovey just mentioned that there is quite a few spots around here that are pretty interesting, but we're here just to explore and check it out. As you can see, they have signage for all of these birds around here. I'm not going to read them, but once we come across them, I'll tell you what they are. This is a tree swallow. Obviously, they're still decorated for Christmas, and we got a squirrel running around right there. This is an American goldfinch. Not fish, finch. Let me widen this camera out here. There we go. See a little bit better. I wonder if they use this for storage.
There's a little classroom annex.
Oh, is there?
I'm not sure. It looks like the only door.
Red-headed woodpecker.
Let me look inside.
Got a playground over there.
No, I don't know. It might be a classroom. It does look like there's a lot of storage in it.
Let's see what we can see, huh?
I mean, you can probably have kids or people sitting at the tables, but there's a lot of stuff in there, so.
Yeah, there's looks like there's a little Christmas village over there in the corner.
Friends of Little Buffalo.
White-breasted nuthatch. Over here is the mill that Little Buffalo is fairly famous for. Here we are. This is pretty awesome. Lots of history here. Like most of my videos, I don't talk about a lot of history, but I will flash some stuff around on the screen, I should say. This is Schaaf's Mill, if I pronounce that correctly. Oh, check that out. That's pretty awesome. A little history frozen in time. I'm just gonna keep the camera rolling. Let you guys kind of see everything that I see. This is cool enough. I don't want you to miss anything. Our little squirrel friend is back up there. I'm guessing that's where water kind of is dumped down onto the wheel or pump. Gonna see what we can see inside here, if anything. See anything? Let me know. It's pretty nice walkway around the whole thing so you can check it out. We are right next to a road that people drive a little bit too fast, in my opinion, on. I don't think there's too much in there. Looks like there's some chairs and folding tables and whatnot. Still decorated for Christmas, I see. Schaaf's Mill. Schaaf's Mill. This mill was constructed in mid-1830s by John McKeon and James McGowan. In 1849, this mill was sold to William H. Schaaf. Schaaf began extensive improvements, and in 1861, he built the brick house across the road. The Schaaf family operated the mill to full capacity, grinding wheat and buckwheat flours, cornmeal, and feed for livestock. Operation ceased in the 1940s. In 1966, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania purchased the mill from Earl Schaaf. Earl and his family were the third and fourth generations of the Schaaf family to live on the mill property. Restoration has been done by the Little Buffalo State Park staff. For more information on Schaaf's Mill, contact the park office. I'm guessing they just kind of decorate this for Christmas. See what this side has to offer. All right. Ooh. Just an opposite side view here. Yeah, I bet you this is probably decorated for Christmas and whatnot. But it's not safe to plug in. So if anybody from Little Buffalo, the staff, please don't plug that in. Make sure it's nice and dry. Man, there are tons of squirrels around here. Our trail actually goes up back this way to my, this is my left, your other right, or your other left, Travis. But I'm gonna snap a few pictures here and we're gonna move on down the trail. So regarding the sawmill, Lovey did go up top and do some exploring, and apparently up there was a gate where they lifted to let the water flow down that pipe to work the water pump wheel. I did not check that out because I was too infatuated with the old building. One thing about me is I very much love the old buildings, ruins, even if it's just the foundation of a home or a building or anything for that matter, still standing or not, I enjoy it. I get really fascinated just by looking at it. Knowing the history is great too, obviously, but just seeing something that is so old that has been standing the test of time is pretty awesome. So we are doing the Buffalo Ridge Trail, like I said, and this is going to take us up on top. I believe we're going to be able to see Little Buffalo Creek and possibly the lake as well. That gentleman right there gave myself and Lovey some good information, especially about some bald eagles. That'll be cool. And yes, it has started to rain. We put our rain gear on. My pack is actually, I believe it's water repellent already. At least the material so far has been doing that. But yeah, we're gonna circle up around and we're gonna go up on top of what looks like a dam, I guess you could say, but the creek is down in. So this is gonna be really cool. Nice, rainy, wet, semi-chilly day. We're probably in the upper 30s, maybe 40 degrees today. I do have my gloves and whatnot to keep my hands kind of warm. Haven't put them on yet because they're not cold enough, but anywho, here we go. This is probably going to be slippery as all get out. Not too bad. Up and down, up and down. Well, it's a short up, then it seems like it flattens out. So we had discussed taking the shortcut, but it doesn't necessarily lead to anywhere. So we're gonna still take the main trail, but we're gonna start getting some elevation gain here. As I've said before, when you're collabing with someone, at least for me, because it's kind of new to me, it's kind of hard to get to film a lot of things because we're in discussion, first time meeting each other in person anyway. Well, no, this would be the second time. Lovey and I, we've chatted through Facebook Messenger, and that's pretty much it, except for Penn Roosevelt. You see a small snippet of her in there. But yeah, the lake is down there. There's a building over here though. I don't know what that is. Is that a water reservoir? Not sure. First significant downhill today. Everything's been a pretty steady up, but it's been winding slowly through the woods here. This little stream here. This has been an absolutely wonderful day. It's been a wet, rainy day, but it's been pretty awesome. Good conversation. The trail has been pretty easy. To most people, it would be a moderate trail, but this is cool. All right, so we both stopped for a quick bathroom break, but I wanted to show you this little, like, look at this tree here. This is the bottom roots of a tree. And you can see it looks like it's been burnt, and Lovey brought up, she goes, it might have been struck by lightning, and it's a good possibility. So that's cool. I've never seen the roots actually burnt before. That's kind of cool, because I really doubt somebody would try and start a fire at the bottom of this thing. All right, so we've come to a trail kind of like turn intersection here. We're actually, I believe, going to take this trail. Let me look at the GPS real quick here. Yeah, we're going to take this trail. And it looks like we're going to take that for probably half a mile, quarter mile, something like that. And then we're going to make a right, then a left. And we should be at the end of the Lake Creek area. But there's a pavilion down there. Not sure what that building is over there. All right, here we go. So to connect with our trail, we're gonna go back down this way and just keep going until we connect with the trail again. But this is the end of the lake. We'll go up on the bridge just to check out the other side, but this dude out there fishing looks like he's sitting on the water. And I asked Lovey, I'm like, is he in a boat or just sitting in the water? You can see them huge chunks of ice right there, or layers, I should say. I'm definitely going to have to come back here and explore more because there are a lot of other trails around here. This is only like 2 hours and 15 minutes away from home, so it's kind of close, but yet it's a little bit of a drive. So plan on at least taking it all day if you decide to drive here, if you're from my area anyway, in Bradford County. But I don't even know what county we're in. I'll have to look that up and put it on the bottom of the screen. But walking down this trail says we're supposed to link back up with the trail we're supposed to be on. So let's see where we're at. amongst talking, we went off trail.
Keep going, you'll hit it. So we're headed in that direction, going this way. Just keep an eye on it. It's
Okay.
so bad if it wasn't for this rain.
Yeah, I know. The rain is,
Yeah,
it's nice, but
wet.
it's not good for electronics, that's for sure. Well, it brings us into this nice open area, though.
Yeah.
All right, so we made it back on trail, although we missed a nice little creek walk here. Somewhere down yonder we should have linked up with this, but yeah, we walked through an opening and now we're gonna go up there. I think we're gonna cross the road and go up in there. Well, Lovey was looking for a bench while she changed out of her puffy, and here we go. This is the old iron bridge. Between these abutments, a 45-foot pony truss bridge crossed Little Buffalo Creek from 1903 to 1969. Steel structure with a wooden deck. The bridge was replaced west of here when Little Buffalo Road was realigned in 1969. How about that? So we continue on this way. Eventually, we're going to cross the road. I don't know if you can see that sign over there in the distance, but we got a little over 2 miles to go yet. I think I'm going to put my gloves on though. My hands are a little chilly. You see our bridge, our road crossing is coming up here shortly. Like I said, that'll leave us with a couple miles left. The trail has been super easy, but gonna walk along the creek here. It's been pretty nice, pretty chill. Cold enough to see your breath though. All right, here we go. All right, so I think my phone / camera is getting a little bit of water damage. So I'm gonna put you guys away and do some hiking, and we'll catch back up with you a little later on. Okay, so we made it to the top. Going through these nice patch of pines here. I love pines. The smell, the way the water drips off the needles. We got a couple more. Not much. Not much is good. It's been a day. So like I said, we got a mile, just under a mile, something like that. But it's been steadily raining all day long. She's soaked, I'm soaked, we're soaked, but it's been a good day. It's amazing the amount of conversation you can have when you're out on a trail with somebody. Yeah, buddy. We're almost there. I've said that about 1,000,000 times now. Doggy pot. That's where y'all are supposed to put your dog poop bags, not on the side of the trail, by the way. And that'll do it. We made it. We're soaked, but we made it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, with Lovey, with us. We are both cold and again soaked. So thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate you guys as always. Check out Lovey's channel, The Feral Female. She does obviously the same thing I do. Camping, hiking, outdoors, basically. So as always, y'all please stay safe, stay healthy, and y'all be good to each other. And we'll see you next time. Oh, you got food. Yes, I love it. This is the best outro ever.